Welcome back to the Voice of Metal, where we talk about all things metal. Oh, there it goes. I was just making sure it's up and running. So hopefully you guys are all doing very well out there, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys coming back to watch and even making comments like Clover did. I appreciate that. I just wanted you guys all to know there's a special thing that I'm trying to do, and I'm going to be probably talking about this quite a bit until, well, at least for a while. I don't know unless I hear that everything's going well and they've got enough money for their surgery. Um, Basically, Carla from the Butcher Babies um, has had some issues with her eyes in the past. She had surgery 10 years ago on her one eye, and now she's going to have to do her right one, whether she likes it or not. So she is not touring with the band. But the one thing is she doesn't have health insurance. And I put a QR code down at the bottom of the page. So could you please scan that and check out her artwork and buy something from her? I'd like to do that. I'm going to probably do that here soon myself. I haven't done it yet. But when I get the time, well, I should say partially money, because I've got some things I got to pay for. But as soon as I can, I'm definitely going to do that to help support her, because the one thing that we all do in a metal family, help each other out. I know she did that with one of her good friends when she was in the fires of California a while back, where she needed to get her life back up and running. I know she would do that with and for anybody out there that, to help support them and to help them out. So I greatly appreciate if you guys would do that for me and help a fellow metal person out there, and really great and talented singer. It's kind of weird. I did see a video, or no, it's a post of the other singer in the band where she was by herself. So it was a little weird to see the band without Carla being in there. So it was like, oh, that's kind of different. So I don't know how it's going for them. Hopefully everything will go well on the tour. It might be a little bit different sounding from what it usually does, because she has a lot of power, the kind of the even heavier stuff, but I think he does a good job with that too. So if you could, please do that for me. I appreciate it, and like and subscribe as well, because like I said, but without you, I wouldn't be able to get the channel going, keep it going, and also eventually we will have a high enough subscription count to have somebody on here, hopefully, and to interview, because that'd be awesome. I've already talked to a few people, Owls and Aliens. I think maybe Living Dead Girl, but I haven't really concreted that one in. He said, yeah, just send me a message. It's all good. Raven, I didn't mention it, but I would like to have her on here, and some of the people from the band would be really cool. Tonight's topic is some of the best heavy metal and rock singers. Yeah, metal and hard rock singers, vocalists out there. The one thing is, though, I checked this out through Google's AI to get a list of kind of who the best one and what the website was, and I clicked the link and the singers are totally different. So I don't know I have no idea. So I'm gonna go with the ones from it that say are the top 50 singers, vocalists out there. So we will get started with Dana Filth. Now I have no idea how to say this name, unfortunately. It's Dimmu Borga. I think that's how you say it.
Dimmu Borgir.
Dimmu Borgir. Don't ask me. 49 is Born Stride, I think is how you name it. See, I hate that.
49 Bjorn Strid Soilwork.
There you go. 49. Okay. Number 40 is Jorn Land. From Master Plan. so I guess he does solo work. I don't know. I guess that's just himself and not in the band. Floor Jensen is number 47 from Nightwish, After and Forever. Oh, they do both bands, I guess. So that'd be interesting to see. I guess they have that on. Interesting. Number 46 is Tobias Forge from Ghost. I think that's how you say his last name. Devin Townsend. Devin Townsend. A strapping young lad, and Devin Downstead Project. Okay, is another group he's in. Number 44 is Joey Belladonni. Oh, I think I said that right. From Anthrax, which I think a lot of people know who he is. That's one of the more well-known, of course, bands out there, metal bands. Number 43 is Danny Filth from Cradle of Filth. Oh, that's where okay, that makes sense. The last name is part of the band name, which is kind of cool. Well, not kind of cool. It is cool. Matt Hefty is in 42 from Trivium. And Trivium has got some really good music out there. So does Cradle of Filth and all the other guys that I've talked about so far. Really great stuff. Which is a little more heavier rock metal than hard rock. I think Dream Theater is one that's definitely a more heavy rock, but not metal rock. Is number 40. That's from James. And then 39 is Kristen. I forgot how to pronounce her name. Oh my God.
Christina Scabia.
Christina Scabia. Okay, I want to make sure I said from the Lacuna Coil. Is number 39. And by the way, if you've never heard them play or sing or the songs that they play, phenomenal band, phenomenal group, great, wonderful singer. Because I'm definitely into the women being, in the metal hot, spotlight and stuff like that. There's a lot of them out there, and they're really good. And it's great to have the women in there just as much as the men, I think, anyway. So hopefully, number 38 is David Drummond. I think is how you say, from Disturbed, which he does. He has a very, very good vocals. And he's very, very good with his music. I know they did a cover of, I forgot the name of it now. You know what I'm talking about. The cover that even the band who originally sang, I thought he did such a good job with singing it, and their band did such a great job, playing the song that they actually enjoyed it themselves, which is really cool. And that says a lot, for somebody to be able to do somebody's song and then they actually love it themselves just as much, if not more so, than when they originally did it themselves, which is really cool. Geoff Tate, I think is how you pronounce his name. I hope I'm not butchering it because I'm good at doing that. Geoff Tate, okay. Operation Mindcrime. That's an interesting name for a band. Huh. Number 37. Now we got number 36 is Sammy Hagar from Monrosa, Van Halen solo, of course. I didn't know he was in another band. I knew Van Halen, of course, Sammy Hagar, but I didn't know about them. I guess I'm sure I probably heard some of the songs, but I just didn't know the name of the band, but I knew him as the singer. So, because he's pretty distinctive, like a lot of vocalists are out there. Brent Michaels from Poison is number 35. And yeah, they had some pretty good stuff back in the day in the 80s and stuff like that. So if you're into that hair band, the heavy hard rock, no, not really heavy metal, but hard rock hair band days, good one for you, right? And he does got a pretty good voice on stuff, So number 34 is Mark Langan, I think is how you say his last name.
Mark Lanigan, Screaming Trees,
Lanigan.
Queens of the Stone Age.
There you go, Queens of the Stone Age, which definitely, Queens of the Stone Age is phenomenal. Got some great stuff. Number 33 is Billy Corgan, I think is how you say his last name, from Smashing Pumpkins. Definitely a good band, definitely a great singer, phenomenal singer, I should say. for the hard rock scene. Probably more of an alternative, I would say, or maybe grunge, maybe possibly is what sounds like. Um, Vince Neil is number 32 at from Motley Crue, and he definitely has a really good voice, and he has some really good vocals. As far as the songs and stuff goes from the Hair Band days, really awesome stuff. Number 31 would be Bruce Dickinson, which is one of my favorites. Air Raid Siren. Now, Bruce Dickinson also, I thought, was a part of Iron Maiden too, which I don't know if that was later or before. I don't recall or remember, but he has done some phenomenal work, and he even did his own little album, kind of a solo Balls to Picasso, which if you haven't listened to it, it's really awesome. It's one of my favorites. I forgot what my favorite song. There's one song that I used to listen to radio, so I bought the whole album just because of that one song. So that tells you how good he is in this. And he's not super heavy metal. He's more, like a hard rock. Number 3 is Maynard James Keenan, I think is how you say it, from Tool, A Perfect Circle. Oh, I didn't know he was the singer for Perfect Circle.
Maynard James Keenan.
Maynard James Keenan. And Tool, I always thought when I was first heard them, and this is one of the bands that I felt would be super popular back in the day, and I bought like pretty much almost all their albums until just recently, when they first started off, is Tool. And to me, like I said, top of the line stuff. Great singer, great instrumentals, everything. I know some people that I know personally are not big Tool fans, and they think it's a little, certain ways, but I ain't going to get into all that. Number 29 is Glenn Danzig. If you never heard this guy's vocals, he is phenomenal, and he reminds me of Elvis, because of Mother that he sings is like one of my favorite songs that he sings, and I've heard some of the other stuff he's done, and he also was in the Misfits, and I'm not sure what time frame he was in there, and I think there was somebody else that was in the Misfits that is doing his own thing now that plays a guitar. I know is Frankenstein, or I think is what his name is, or that's the stage name he uses. I think that's his name. I'm not certain on that. I'm not sure how to pronounce this one band he's in. Samaya, I think is how you say it. Let me see here. I'll just have it read out loud.
Glenn Danzig Misfits. Samhain Danzig.
Samhain. Okay. Anyway, number 28 is Corey Taylor. We all know, I'm sure most of us, if not everybody out there, knows who he is. Because if you don't, you're living under a rock, people. Let's put it that way. Yeah, especially if you're into metal music itself. Slipknot and Stone Sour. And he's also recently ventured off doing his own thing in a solo career with some band, like some people that he's put together to make a band, so to speak, and it's called Corey Taylor. I heard one or two songs, but I haven't really listened to a lot of his stuff, because I didn't really like it that much, really, to be honest with you. I mean, maybe I'm just not hitting the right song or something. Maybe I need to listen to some of the other stuff. He does a phenomenal job singing, and even in Stone Sour he does. I'm not a huge Stone Sour fan, but there are a few of the songs that I do like. But Slipknot is by far my favorite because there's such a complexity. There's so many different things going on. It's like kind of like a garage symphony, if you know what I mean. It's like it's heavy, it's different, it's got a complexity that most bands don't have because they don't have that big, complex, different instruments playing in the background. You hear all these different, tones and changes in the music. It's totally different. Anyway, I'm going on too long with that. Number 27 is Dio Brando from Anthrax. I hope I said that right. Uh, he must have been the original singer, I'm assuming, because I know Joey is like the guy that's in there now, which is kind of interesting. That's number 27. So I guess he's apparently a better singer than the original the Anthrax singer that's in there now. People think. Number 26 is Dave, but I'm not sure. He's in Nirvana now. Oh,
okay. Dave Grohl.
Dave Grohl. See, Kurt Cobain was the one I remember in Nirvana. And he's in the Foo Fighters, so maybe he was in the Foo Fighters, and maybe when he passed away, maybe he's singing in the band now. I have to check that out because I didn't know if anything is Nirvana even had any new albums out, because I thought maybe they were just kind of gone. But a lot of bands are still continuing on afterwards, like Sepultura, Pantera, and a few others. I mean, I did a list of those not too long ago where there's no 10 metal bands that have no original members left at all. And there was quite a few of them that I go, wow, I didn't even know that myself, which is kind of crazy. So I learned something myself. And so did you guys from the list, right? Okay, number 25 is Lemmy Kilmister from Motorhead. Really cool. Lemmy is freaking awesome, of course. I think that's how, I've always heard Lemmy, but I never know how, I never heard his last name.
Lemmy Kilmister, Motorhead.
Kilmister. Okay. I think that's how you pronounce it. Sounds right. But Lemmy, we all know Lemmy. We all know that he's like one of the best all-time coolest singers of all, with Ace of Spades and all that stuff. We all know that song. And that's the one song that reminds me, I did that too not too long ago, where he was talking about that one of the songs he hated the most was Ace of Spades, and that's one of his most popular songs. He just got tired of hearing it, playing it all the time, because everybody wants to hear it. And I can understand you get a little sick of your own music, which is kind of crazy, right? Number 24 is James Hetfield of Metallica, which I don't know. He has a really good voice. I mean, I know a lot of people kind of hate on Metallica, and I can totally understand. And some people call them peas that are out there that I know. But because they did go to court, they did sue people, which I think was wrong. So, and they had more than enough money, even with them people ripping off their music, I think. Plus, they're making tons of money on tours. I mean, why would you even care if you make money on your music if you're selling tickets and t-shirts and merchandise? I mean, shoot. But there's also people making money off of them now. So are they going to sue all those people for, reselling their tickets and upping the concessions at the concession stands? Who knows? To me, that's kind of crazy. But anyway, James Hetfield, definitely a great singer. He has been from the very beginning, and if anything ever happens to him, I don't know what the world would do without him, because he is phenomenal. Even if you don't like the band, James is like one of the best. And the reasons why I started doing what I'm doing right now. Him and his childhood and some of the people I've met, that's the reason why I want to talk to people like him. I want to interview James, because to me, James is one of those people that has lived his whole life in the spotlight of bands and musicians, and being in the spotlight since he was probably 17 or 18. I'm not sure how old he was when he started, but yeah. Anyway, we're going to move on. But so, if James is listening and ever sees the video, please, I want to talk to you and several other people out there that I love when it comes to how they sing. And even the guys in the band would be awesome. Even the ones I don't like as much, I still talk to you to get to know you. Because who knows, I might find something out about you I do like, right? Number 23 is Sebastian Bach from Skid Row. Oh yeah, definitely a great singer, phenomenal. Yeah, and he might be one. He has a really good voice. Now, the one thing I disagree with is the person that comes up next here over James, because James is far better. No offense. And I know a lot of women out there are gonna hate me for that, but I feel that way. I think it's because he looked good back in the day. Is Axl Rose from Guns N' Roses at number 21? So I'm sure all the ladies out there will definitely disagree with me on that. But he does. He got some. He's a phenomenal singer.